Welcome to Southampton International Boat Show on a very, very sunny day. I'd like to show you the new Dufour 44. Now this is part of a new redesign of their boats. 2 years ago they brought out the 37 and last year they brought out the 41 and now we've got the new 44. Quite a radically different hull design. I'm going to turn around and hopefully you can see that. I'm hoping you can see the chines that are on the side of these boats. Quite different to a constant curve. There's sort of a series of flats, if you like. There's huge benefits to that, both from performance and from what that gives you in terms of interior volume. But come with me and let's have a look around this new boat, which is seeing its debut here at the Southampton show for the UK. Right, before we jump aboard, let's just have a little wander down the side of the 44 and see if we can just see that new design in a little bit more detail. I hope you can see this. These chines as you go down the boat. Quite pronounced and quite radical in terms of normal boat design. What you'd also see is lots of hull windows. And this boat has the largest hull windows in its class, and we'll see that when we actually jump aboard. But if we start at the transom, again, if I just show you there, you can see that kick in on that chine there. So we have a fold-down transom, which gives you a really nice sized bathing platform, ease of getting on and off, storage there for your life raft, and a really unique thing here that Dufour pioneered really is this kind of beach club barbecue benefit on the stern here. So you've got your barbecue there and a sink there, so you can stand on the back of your boat in that sheltered bay and enjoy a nice supper. As we come up into the cockpit, there's steps either side, and here you'll find that's actually a gas locker, but on the other side there's a really deep storage locker, and I will just open that up to show you how big it is, because it goes right in there, and that central hatch there gives access to, but there's loads of room in there to store all sorts of toys and fenders and things. So on the transom, or on the stern, sorry, you first approach this twin wheel helm, these beautiful carbon wheels, and on each pod we have B&G instrumentation. B&G is standard from Dufour. You can spec Raymarine, but here we've got the B&Gs, here we've got our auto helm, and here's a proportional bow thruster, so you can vary the thrust and even hold it, which is really useful for short-handed sailing. Under here, that step lifts, and we've got a little bin for the ends of your lines. 3 winches aside, all the lines come back into the cockpit. Here you've got one line reefing and halyards on that side. In terms of seating, we've got seating, traditional seating both sides, nice size, nice cushions, and a really big and nice table in the middle. This lifts up obviously for storage, but is also a fridge. So you can have your cool drinks outside there. But a very nice cockpit. Let's have a quick walk around the decks. Now, this redesign has given decks which are 30% wider than on the previous models. So very wide decks. If I show you my feet, you can get an idea of how wide they are. And all the tracks for the head sail are actually up on the coach roof rather than the deck. So there's no clutter at all, which is really nice. Self-tacking jib track there, and as we come onto the foredeck, there's really big space, and we've got hatches down, but that's a big sail locker in there. But let me open her up and we can have a look. hoping I'm not locking it. No, I probably was. There we go. So plenty of space to store all your sails in there, and a step to hop down there if you need to. Usual windlass and anchoring system on the front, and obviously a furling head sail. Let's just look back. So quite a big rig. You can have a performance version of this boat, which gives you a larger boom and more sail area. This is the cruising version, so you've got your stack pack for easily handling there. But it feels much bigger than a 44-foot boat up here, I have to tell you. Side gates here, if you're mooring side 2, making hopping on and off easy. Okay, let's go and have a look down below. So what you are going to notice is the light in this boat. And I will just slowly pan round and you can see how light it is. Now the colour of this finish is obviously pretty light, which helps, but you've got hull windows down here, you've got coach roof windows up here, you've got top lights, and obviously the same on the other side. And this feels really large and open. Now this is one option of how you can have this area laid out with this side galley. You can actually have an alternative where this seating area gets pushed that way and the galley slots in here. So two variables, but I have to say I really like this one. So let's have a look at the galley quickly. Under here you've got a double sink. Quickly lift that up. Under there, under here we've just got some storage, but all useful. Here obviously your traditional gimbaled cooker, drawers there, another one under there. But in here you've got a huge fridge, and this is really well stocked. But you can also get access to that down here. So it is really big, and that's as well as the fridge you've got up in there in the cockpit in that table. More storage there. Here you've got all your switch gear. Let's have a look at the two rear cabins, which are really wide. And this is an advantage of having those chines, because normally the boat would be doing that, but in fact it does that. I hope that's making sense. But it means you've got a wider beam at this sort of level. So really nice wide double bed. In here, traditional storage. And some nice hull windows again. That gives you access to the engine, which I'll show you in a second. Let's have a quick look at the other rear cabin, which is a mirror of the other side, with exactly the same storage there. And if I just lift this up, you will see under here we have a 60 horsepower Volvo Penta. The standard on this is a 50, this is an upgraded 60, just to give a bit more grunt. So let's go through into the main cabin and then we'll have a look at the bathrooms. So, hugely light and bright. And that's because you've got two windows on the front slope of the coach roof. You've got two hatches there, and then you've got these side windows. So fantastically light. And let's just have a quick look round. So we've got a hanging wardrobe in there. Glad to see there's some water to counteract that beer. And another locker down there. Exactly the same on the other side. And then a very comfy bed. And it's really nicely finished. It's not over the top, but it does feel very cozy. Let's have a look in here. In fact, let's go this side first, sorry. So this is your loo basin. You've got some work surface there, and you've got a small shower. Now you might be thinking that shower is a little bit small. So what I can now offer you is this separate, large and wonderful shower cubicle. So 2 showers. Got a hatch up there, get some light and ventilation, but a really nice size shower cubicle. Seat in there, got your controls there, somewhere to put your shampoos and shower gels. Well, I think that's great. Love having it separate, and it's really convenient. Let's just go back here and look at the day heads and heads for the 2 aft cabins there. So loo, basin, shower in there. Got a lovely window in the coach roof, and then we've got another window in the hull there. But really nicely done, really nice complete work surface with the sink integrated into it. And you've got some ventilation up there. So what a great boat. It is staggeringly spacious and staggeringly light. And I think that's the thing that immediately strikes you. Some very clever features on it. It has a smart electric system as well. Now that is an alternative to the diesel engine that we saw hidden under the stairs there. And basically it gives you an electric motor, which is a pod, a bit like a sail drive, but it's an electric pod under the boat. You then have a generator. You have some lithium batteries, and you can run it in various ways. You can run on just the batteries, which will give you about 35 miles at 6-7 knots. You can run it with the generator as well, which is basically indefinitely until you run out of fuel. And you can also run it as an addition to sailing. So if you were in pretty light airs, you could run it at very slow speeds. That will run for 15-19 hours and gives you a little bit more speed, but gives you a bit more apparent wind as well, which is useful. So that's a really nice touch. It will also generate electricity as well. So it becomes a generator for those lithium batteries, where the prop spins if you're sailing and will put charge into those batteries. So very, very clever system. So a very ingenious, fresh boat with a modern alternative propulsion system. Price of the boat is $438,000. That's including VAT. So not, not outrageous, very competitive, I would say. I think it's a great boat. I think it really appeals. It's, for a family, it would be amazing. And you've got the benefit of an electric drive if you wanted it. So I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. If you have, please do subscribe to the channel. We've got lots of new videos coming. We're doing a lot of filming here at Southampton. So please do subscribe. Hit that alert button as well, and we can let you know of anything that comes up in the future. So thanks for watching, and see you soon.